Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Comic Books NYC. You're watching Original Art Hour. This is the program where we sit down with other original comic art collectors, share some art, share some stories, talk about the art collecting side of the comic book hobby. Joining me on this episode is a newer member of the community, and I'm excited to have him on. Mike the Collector, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you.
What's going on, man? What's going on? What's good, chat?
Just chilling, man. It's Tuesday. It's I didn't really mean for Tuesday to be like the regular day for this show, but it kind of just worked out like that, and I'm enjoying doing it on Tuesdays. Like every Tuesday comes around, and I'm like, man, let's do this show. Like it's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, dude. Exactly. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being on. We're gonna get right into your intro, like what you're all about in a second. I know you put up a video recently, like your first official video on YouTube.
Only 2 minutes.
Right. Well, it was great though. You unboxed a killer X-Men book. I'm not going to spoil it here, but go check out Mike the Collector. His link's in the description below. Maybe one of my mods can drop your link in the chat as well at some point. But definitely go sub up Mike the Collector, watch his unboxing video, check his stuff out. I'm going to say a quick hello to the folks in the chat, and then we'll get right in the program. Let's see. Take the Time Collectibles, Brian was tailgating in here, so let's try this again. I think he showed up last night around this time, thinking the show was last night. So that's why. So that was what that inside joke is about. Magic Lasso dances like Snoopy because it's almost Original Art Hour time. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. So I used to dance with bulls, but now I just dance like a beagle. Brian is back, and he is happy that we are doing the show right now. Thank you, brother. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for being on the show last week. Great episode. Art Chemist Arsenio, what's up, my man? Good to see you, man. Thank you for stopping in tonight. Southern Comic Geek is in the house. What's up, Southern? SoCo Geek in the house. My boy Unruly in the house, always here supporting. I appreciate you, my friend. Unruly. Simeon, and then we got Crazy Guy, Comic Song 2 Crazy, one of the hardest tongue twist. I mean, I guess it doesn't really twist your tongue, but it's hard to say. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for stopping in. I always appreciate the challenge of saying your name out loud.
Just call him CGC.
All right, there you go. All right, who else is in here? A lot of people are in here. Geeks, Drinks, and Comics is in the house. We're going to have him on the show eventually. This guy's on a tear right now collecting art. I think I got him hooked. House Till the End's in the house. What's up? Ruben Guzman is here. What's going on, Ruben? Raul, my buddy Raul. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well tonight. JP's in the house. He says, I'm late. No, well, no, you're just right on time, man. You're not late. Count Von Strange. Good to see you, Mr. Strange. Thanks for stopping by. He just put up a cool video, an AOK that he got, which is pretty cool. I just was watching that earlier. That was fun. Unruly, just plugging in your channel there in the chat.
Brother.
So if you're in the chat, make sure to hit that link and subscribe to Mike. Yeah, so he's like, yeah, he's still shouting out the chat. You didn't miss anything. All right, guys, thank you so much for popping here. I love the early crowd. The early crowd are the homies. So, Mike, tell us a little bit about yourself, because I think you've hit me up a couple times because you've watched the show, and I think you've watched my channel, and we were chatting casually on Instagram, and I've seen you in chat rooms for other channels and other shows, and I've seen you post stuff on Instagram, but as far as having a YouTube presence, like we were just saying earlier, you just recently rolled out your first show. What's your bag? I know you're into certain comics and stuff like that, but I want you to tell your story.
All right. Well, I've been watching people's videos for probably a year and a half. And usually I got to watch them on the rewind because I'm usually in bed around 9:30, 10 o'clock, somewhere around there. So, like the Original Art Hour, man, I've seen every one of them because I love original art and nobody's doing this. It's all unboxings and auctions.
Yeah.
Or pops, and I don't want to I don't want to get stuck in pops, man.
Well, maybe one day we'll have an original art auction, but I don't want to get too ambitious. But you never know, man. Never know. You know.
Ooh, buddy.
That could be cool, right? But you know, I'm not gonna put the cart before the horse on that one. Let's do more original art hours. I love doing this show, and like this, when you hit me up and said, hey, if you ever need a guest on this show, let me know. I collect OA also. You know, I've got some stuff. And then basically, I don't think I even thought about it. I was like, well, if you're around, you know, 3 weeks from now, like, you're on the show. You know what I mean? So like, it's not like there's a huge vetting process to be on this show. If you collect art and you want to hang out, yeah, collect art and you want to hang out for an hour, feel free to hit me up and we'll get you on the schedule. But I'm excited to see some of your stuff, brother. I know you're a big X-Men fan. I know you're local to the Northeast area. You've been to New York Comic Con, as I am every year, and stuff like that. So we might have some similarities and stuff, which is cool. So we got some more people here. Rob Boswell, good to see you, Rob.
Good, Rob.
Hero and the Kid, what's up, guys? JP's talking about the evilness of Pops. So he went down that rabbit hole for a little bit. I still have some Pops that I bought from JP that I need to unbox. That's how like lazy I am with unboxing stuff, because I'm personally not that into Pops, but you know, occasionally if it has something to do with like Star Wars or whatever, or even other properties, like I like giving them as gifts and stuff too. Pops, I think they make pretty cool like gifts for sort of casual fans of comic book and pop culture stuff that, you know, they may not necessarily be collectors. I think it could be a cool gift.
Yeah, my daughters think they're cute. They got
exactly, yeah. But I don't collect them at all, so I'm not like hunting the latest exclusive or whatever.
The Gambit and Rogues they just put out or have me this close to jumping in that pond, but man,
that does sound tempting.
Because as far as characters go, Gambit and Rogue are my two favorite characters in comic books.
That's a great pair to hold on that pedestal, man. I respect it. We got TJ Slabdranger Watson in the house. He says, "What? Where am I? What day is this?" What's up, TJ? Good to see you, brother. So not next week, but this Thursday, 8:00 p.m. TJ is going to be on Original Art Hour. We're doing a special Thursday episode. But hey, if that doesn't work for you, TJ, just hit me up on IG and we will reschedule, brother. But I'm still good to go for this Thursday and can't wait to have you on also. Let's see. D-Run Comics is also in the house. What's up, George? Good to see you, man. Always awesome to see you here. And then also Comic Noob. He says, "Hey, everyone. How's everybody doing?" All right. So look, a lot of cool people here in the house. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. We are a couple minutes in here. Hey, Mark Knapp 68. Good to see you also. Let's start looking at some art. Guests go first, man.
Let's do it.
It's all you, man. I'm going. And anytime you show art, I'll be putting you full screen.
All right. Well, this is the very first piece I ever got. What? 2017.
Okay. Nice.
All right. So I seen Philip Tan on Twitter because I've only had Instagram for less than a year, I think.
Right.
So I seen him on Twitter and he kept talking about this art rep. So I hit up his art rep to get on his commission list.
Rob's asking what state you're from. If you want to share it, you don't have to.
Oh, Pennsylvania. It ain't no big deal. PA, man.
All right, good, TJ.
So what happened was I got a hold of him and I said I wanted a blank sketch cover done. And he's like, "Cool, just send me the cover and I'll get it to Philip." Well, it took almost a year to get this damn cover. Because evidently Philip Tan lives in the Philippines or somewhere over there. So I had to ship it to California. He had to ship it to Philip. Philip forgot about doing it. I hit him up like 6 months after we started. And he's like, "Oh, all right. Well, he forgot."
We could have a whole show. We could have a whole show about commission horror stories.
I'm telling you.
They're not necessarily horror stories, but they're kind of like growing pains of that process because you're not there's so many different expectations as far as turnaround times.
Yeah, especially like somebody with a heavy workload.
Exactly, both from the collector side and the artist side, and it can be a tricky little balancing act. What's up, Kachun? Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. All right, let's see this Philip Tan, man. I don't have a Philip Tan. I'm excited about this.
So this was supposed to be just pencils, but because he took so long, he inked it for free. So we have a 90s era Rogue.
Dude, that's gorgeous, dude.
I know. I got to get some of them, the backing boards that are clear because it goes her leg goes.
Oh, it's a wraparound? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
And the way I do my commissions, I'll give an artist 3 options. Okay. And then whatever they mail me, they mail me.
Right.
Like, I like the thrill of the surprise for me. And just in case they get bored drawing the same shit all the time, it gives them options. I like giving them options.
The chat is digging it.
So. Yeah, I love this piece. Nice little Jim Lee era Rogue.
Lasso also almost made me spit out some coffee while I was taking a sip. He said, "Rogue social distance champion."
Yeah, this probably hasn't affected her at all.
That's a killer piece. All right, so I don't have a Philip Tan. But because because you're a big X-Men fan, I wanted to pull out some of my X-Men related stuff tonight, which I don't have a ton. You probably outnumber me as far as actual number of X-Men related pieces.
Yeah, I think I have 4 that aren't X-Men.
There you go. Dude, Philip Tan is definitely awesome. Comic Kid 84 Kenny, welcome to the party, brother. But yeah, dude, that was a fantastic Rogue piece. I'm gonna have to ask you to pull that back out again at some point for backstage, or there it is. I mean, you want to pull it out again? I mean, that's rad, man. That's awesome.
Not too bad for my first piece.
Yeah, like a lot better than my first piece. I mean, I don't know if I pulled that one out, but yeah, dude, that's sick.
I'm so glad he inked it. As much as I like raw pencil. Right.
All right, so here's my first piece. Then it's not on a specific comic book. It's on an art board. But this is a piece from this is penciled and inked by Herb Trimp. So I always wanted, man. Yeah. So this is a Wolverine versus Cap, kind of like a Zek tribute. Captain America Annual 8 Zek tribute. It's reversed. But it's old school Herb Trimp Wolvie, and his signature right there.
That's so dope.
Getting a published page that Herb Trimp did of Wolverine is like a financial commitment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To say the least. I brought out a Herb Trimp published page I have, which I'll show later. But to get Trimp doing Wolverine, I really had to go towards a sketch, not a published piece. So, thank you guys. Appreciate that.
Did you get that from him, or was it already a piece?
I did not get that. I did not get that from him. I got it from the person that got it from him. So,
I got you.
Yeah. But yeah, R.I.P. Herb Trimp, one of the greatest Marvel legends, first person to ever draw Wolverine, co-creator of Wolverine. So super happy.
Insane.
That's a keeper for me right there.
Yeah.
So thanks, guys. Appreciate that. All right, man. You're up. Let's and if you want to show more than one at a time, you're welcome to. I want the guests to be able to sort of take more time to show. Yes, Brian, he did ink it. Yo, who dat in the house? What's going on, brother? Thank you, Gorilla Todd, another previous guest of the show. Love having the previous guests in the show back in the chat. But yeah, dude, feel free to show more than one piece at a time.
All right.
I want you to get all the screen time and be able to share your collection with us.
Well, like I said, I'm a child of the '90s. Is when I started. The first issue I ever bought was X-Men 1 by Claremont and Jim Lee. But as far as artists go, I was a Cliffhanger. Like, do you remember the Cliffhanger imprint from Image?
Yeah.
Madrera, Campbell, Ramos, Bacalo and Mike Warwingo. Like,
Okay.
when I found out you could actually buy artwork from these guys, like those were the 5 I wanted. I don't have all 5 yet, but at the 2018 New York Comic Con, I paid for the VIP Campbell lunch on his website.
Okay.
And if you're a Campbell fan, I recommend it immensely. It's literally 15 people, and you go to like a restaurant off site. Like, it was six blocks away. I think it was some crazy steakhouse that was amazing.
Okay.
You get a gift bag, and depending on the tier you pay, you get stuff like a Remark.
That's gorgeous.
So this is the only way I felt I could afford anything from Campbell.
Yeah, I don't have anything from Campbell. It's typically just way too pricey.
Oh my God!
What the piece is or whatever, but that's gorgeous.
His prelims are expensive.
His prelims are expensive for sure, dude. Yeah.
So, and I'll tell you what I paid for the thing. It was $1,500, but you get, like, they have an $800 tier, but there's no Remark in that tier. So
yeah, but not only did you get exclusive cover, a Yellow Label 9.8, and original artwork from J. Scott Campbell with that large Remark, but you actually got to have a meal with him, right?
Yeah. CGC is actually on site. They send a CGC person out there. So I actually got this book from him ungraded. Okay. You got all, like, that was the New York Comic Con exclusive. You got every book he had for New York Comic Con, like the exclusives, all signed. And then you got to take 10 books of your own to get signed, and he charges 25, I think. So right there's $250 you're not spending.
That's awesome.
You get the Remark. Basically, I held it for 5 minutes at the lunch, and then CGC took it.
Yo, what's up?
I mean, he walks around all the tables, so you get some like one-on-one time just bullshitting with him. Like 2 of his handlers that work for him.
Yeah,
they're there helping you out. He was there, his wife was there, CGC was there, and it was only supposed to be like an hour and a half, but we were there for almost 4 hours.
Wow, dude, that's awesome.
And
that's awesome. Did you go
like
to?
I said,
were you at New York Comic Con last year when Metropolis did a J. Scott Campbell like mega gallery or whatever?
No.
It was so good, man. I know they kept it up for a few months after New York Comic Con too, and I went. It's just
I've seen what's his name from 3 Men in a Basement went.
Nemesis Prime, yeah, he did a video.
Yeah.
On his channel, dude. That was a great video.
And that's when I seen how much the prices were for Campbell original.
Campbell stuff is pretty pricey. Yeah,
it's like a car.
It is like a car. Did you want to show another one, or do you want me to show one real quick?
I'll show you one more.
Show another one.
This is a Brett Booth Cyclops.
Ooh, pencils.
Yeah. Only pencil. I actually bought this off of eBay.
That's awesome.
And if I pop it out of the frame, he actually has like he started drawing Spider-Man on the back.
Oh, really? Well, don't pop it out if it's going to be dangerous, but that's up to you if you want.
Nah, these are Walmart frames, man. All you gotta do is push on the 4 corners.
Yeah, they just pry out.
But it's on just like Strathmore comic board.
Yeah.
And he was going like full-size Spider-Man on the back of this.
That's awesome.
I think Brett Booth is so underrated.
I'll have to look at more of his work, dude. That's a really cool piece. And I love just straight pencil artwork. It's it's my favorite.
That's one of the big reasons I picked this up. That, and I got it like hellishly cheap on an auction.
Nice, dude. I've been getting some great prices and steals on original art auctions on eBay. the
I'm
last month or
telling you,
so.
man.
Dude, it's crazy how you can get like big name artists and like great looking published pages, unpublished stuff, whatever, like under the radar on auctions. You know,
Yeah, and if you're not sure, man, like I snapped a picture of this. I sent it to Brett Booth and I said, "Is this something you did?" And he's
and he
like, "Yeah, yeah,
confirmed.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah."
Dude, super nice. Yeah, all the compliments going on in the chat. What's up? Welcome, Fuchsia, to the channel. Good to see you. Unruly says auction being the keyword. Yes, auction is the keyword. I mean, the buy it now stuff for the most part is not going to give you that kind of value. But even you know, if buy it now and you really have a deep connection to the piece, like you're in love with the piece, you could justify like some of the prices for buy it nows, I would say. But
Or
that's
just
all.
shoot him a message, man.
Yeah,
Shoot him an
or you can
offer. The
always try
worst
to
they can tell you
negotiate.
is no.
Yeah, you can always try to negotiate. You know, that's going to be subjective, sort of, for everybody how they want to treat it. But all right, I'm going to show one thing, and then we'll get back to you. So you showed that J. Scott Campbell remark from New York Comic Con 2018, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to show you something from New York Comic Con 2018. Also, this is a sketch cover I had done at New York Comic Con 2018. It's X-Men related, but it's Old Man Logan on a Civil War II blank. And this sketch cover commission was done at New York Comic Con 2018, same con that Mike was at for the J. Scott Campbell one. This one was done by the artist Andrea Bricardo. So, yep. And I love the detail on this. Like, he went pretty in depth, and so this is one of the characters that he actually drew when he was doing interiors for this title. So.
Oh, all right, all right.
Yep. So yeah, there's my New York Comic Con 2018 and X-Men related share. I think that pretty much is the only X-Men related thing that I got from New York Comic Con 2018, but hey, it's a good one, and I found it. So, all right, man, back to you.
All right, I'll show you some more New York Comic Con. I'm telling you, I went ham at that convention.
I pulled some other New York Comic Con stuff from other years and stuff because I had a feeling you would be showing some New York Comic Con related stuff.
So I got this sketch cover done by Brian Level. He's done stuff like Thanos Legacy, some Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, but he's a tattoo artist in Ohio.
Nice.
So he did this while I was at the Campbell lunch.
I like the just the background that he's like, just there's a lot of work in there.
It wraps around.
It wraps around also. Nice.
Yeah, that's why I need to get them clear boards.
Some of those blank backing boards that they're amazing for displaying.
Do they sell them on BCW?
Do they not have them at BCW or?
I was asking if that's where you got them.
No, I got them. I'll send you something on Instagram. I'll take a picture of the ones that I have, and then you can find them online. I think I got them at possibly bagsunlimited.com, but I could be wrong about that. But it's not a BCW brand. I know that for sure. Yeah, dude, definitely solid pencils on that one for sure. Dude,
and that's another Brian Level.
I love that.
This was just one of his like daily doodles he posts on Twitter sometimes.
Oh man, you know I love my Spidey. That's really cool, dude.
I'm telling you.
That's awesome.
I just hit him up, asked him if he was selling it.
I love that piece. Right?
Like,
Fuchsia says, wow, looks good. That looks great. I love that piece.
Especially right now with no conventions going on and like that chunk of the artist's salary gone.
Yeah.
Just hit these people up.
I've been doing a lot of like commissions / I guess what you would call them, like charitable auction, like where you can sort of bid and then they won't give you the piece until you show your donation to, XYZ, like proof of
Oh
donation or
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's a cool idea. I like supporting artists, but I also like supporting the causes. If the artists are choosing to get behind the causes, it's there's a lot of that stuff going on right now.
Yeah, that Ben Harvey piece you have is
I love
freaking
Ben Harvey. Yeah,
phenomenal.
dude. The Mary Jane back there.
Yeah.
Right there somewhere. Yeah, there it is. I love that piece. I really do want an accompanying Gwen, but I want to be able to like pick it up from him in person. You know what I mean? Like at a con. Like that's the thing. Like, dude. Yeah, dude. I like both of those pieces, man. He's a great artist. You can definitely make more money tattooing nowadays. If you're in a state where that's allowed right now, I guess.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's probably he's in Ohio, so he's probably not doing anything either.
You're not doing any tattooing right now, but yeah. Awesome. All right. Is it on me now? It is. All right. What should I show here? Should I show more New York Comic Con stuff? No, I'm going to show some more X-Men stuff. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to show. All right. So here's a page. And I'll do this as a 2-for-1 special, real quick. What's up, my boy Man Cave's in the house? Good to see you, brother. So let's see. So this is a 2-for-1. I'm going to do 2 pages. These are sequential. So like they were published in the issue. It's in one page after the other, right? So this is from X-Men Forever. I don't know if you remember that title. X-Men Forever, 2nd volume. So volume 2. So this is Chris Claremont wrote the book. And it's issue 1, and this is page. I think this is page 20. This is page 20 from X-Men Forever #1, volume 2. Pencils by Tom Grummett, inks by Corey Hampshire, and written by Chris Claremont. So you can see the inks were even done on the border to outline the signatures. That's Chris Claremont, and that's Corey Hampshire. But really cool, multi-panel page. You got silhouettes up there, Professor X, Beast. You got a lot of X-Men on this. And then, you got some close-ups and everything leading into the second page from that issue, which is the next page, page 21, which is an even cooler page, and less ink in the border or whatnot, not fully border inked, but only 50-50 on this one. But yeah, I love, and I hear C. Woodard in the house saying Grummett and Hampshire are both great. Yeah, I agree with that statement. More underrated artists. This title is basically only known for like Claremont, you know what I mean? And everybody sort of ignores the creative team of this. But yeah, what's up, Spidey fan in the house as well? Thank you, Brian. He says very nice pages, brother. But yeah, dude, I dig these 2 pages. I don't have a ton of modern era X-Men stuff. This is my only modern X-Men book published OA page. I do have that late Silver Age Neil Adams, which I'll show a little bit later, because it is X-Men related, so I did pull it out. But hope you guys like that one. All right, back to you, my friend.
All right, it's a pre-New York Comic Con convention commissioned by Tom Rainey.
Ooh.
It's watercolor and ink.
I love watercolor. Dude, that's really cool.
Yeah, man. All I had to do was show up and pick it up. But I like Age of Apocalypse is probably my favorite like what if story.
Yeah.
Because that's all it was. It's just an overrated what if story. But
show another one if you want to, or just show that one longer. Yeah.
That's Sunfire, man.
Yeah, that's really great. Awesome. Dude, I love watercolor pieces.
Yeah. This is yeah, that's the only watercolor I have.
I think I have 3.
I also found an artist named. Do you know who Uko Smith is? Have
No,
you ever seen his work?
I don't think so.
He does airbrush and ink,
Ooh,
and
magic.
he's in Ohio. This is one. I just sent him the cover through the mail. Talked to him on Twitter.
Dude, that is really awesome. What was his name
He
again?
does Uko Smith.
Uko Smith.
Yeah, UKO.
UKO. Uko.
He does daily. He's doing daily doodles right now, and if it doesn't say anything about a commission, they're for sale, and they're only
You
like
just
100.
search Uko Smith. You can find him on Instagram.
Yeah. They're only like $150.
Nice. That's awesome. I really dig Magic in general.
Oh, me too.
It's one of my favorite characters.
Yep, same. You're gonna find I have a lot of pieces with her in it.
That's awesome. Geeks, Drinks, and Comics is back. He says, "Dude, that's awesome."
And it wraps around too. Like he did a bunch of skulls, and the other half of
Unruly's right on the
skull
money with that.
sword.
Airbrush is such a cool like medium, dude. I love it.
He even posts videos of him painting these things.
Dude, that's rad. Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, all right. So I guess I just teased that a minute ago. So I'm just gonna get it out of the way and show it now. This is I think the last X-Men related thing that I'm gonna show. And I think you guys have seen it before, but hey, whatever. Any chance I could get to show this, I'm gonna show it. So this is the Sentinels flying into the sun splash page from X-Men 59. Neil Adams, and this is the first contribution to X-Men canon by Chris Claremont. Before he was X-Men 94 and writer of the greatest run in X-Men history, he was an intern at Marvel. And Roy Thomas was writing the book. Neil Adams was the artist on the book at the time. Stan was still involved. And young Chris Claremont pitches the idea that the X-Men defeat the Sentinels by the Sentinels thinking the answer is to fly into the center of the sun. So I love the perspective of this page, starting with the big Sentinel arm on top and the descent and the sort of long tail disappearance of the Sentinels into the sun. Definitely pretty much a major piece of X-Men and comic book history, which is why I dig so much. I was literally at New York Comic Con 2019 with Jeffrey, watching a Chris Claremont panel of him being interviewed by C.B. Cebulski, Marvel's editor-in-chief. And he told the story about him coming up with this idea and pitching this idea. And I basically, while watching that panel or that interview, just had a daydream. And I even mentioned to Jeffrey, like, I wonder if the original art for that is in somebody's like private collection, or if it would ever hit the market. I wonder if it would be realistic to go after. And I don't even know, maybe like 3 or 4 months later, it actually hit the market, and I won the auction. So yeah, I can't really complain about having this one in the collection. This is like a grail, you know what I mean? For sure, for me. So I don't, Neil Adams, X-Men, no X-Men on the page, but the page is so significant and historic that it doesn't matter, and it's just incredible use of perspective to tell that part of the story. So yeah, dude, I love this. TJ, that Adams made me moist. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So yeah, that's my one turn on this one, and I'm gonna go back to Mike. Thanks, guys, for the comments.
It's just not even fair.
Sorry, brother. Hey, you're showing some
do.
great art, man. You're showing great art, and these people have seen that before from me.
Oh,
So
so have I.
I know you have.
So this is Chris Bocolo from Uncanny X-Men 4. This is page 16.
Lasso, to answer your question, it is signed by Neil at the bottom. I don't know if I showed the very bottom of the page, but it was signed by Neil at the bottom. Dude, that's a really cool page.
Again, very heavy on the magic.
Hell yeah.
And he signed it right by her, actually.
Ooh, right there. Side or vertical, right?
Yep.
Nice.
We have Cyclops, who's the most overrated X-Men in X-Men, I think.
I think you got a friend with JP budget collecting in the chat. He's not a Cyclops guy.
Not at all.
Not a fan.
Not at all. But I also have.
What issue was that from again?
Uncanny X-Men issue 4, the Brian Michael Bendis run.
Oh, nice, dude. Nice.
And then not a lot of people remember.
Unruly says, great page, Mike. Bocolo, or is it Bacalo or Bacalo? I can never pronounce it.
Bacalo is how everybody
Bacalo
says.
is another underappreciated penciler, for sure.
Oh, my God.
And JP hates Cyclops.
Yeah, I agree.
Unruly Unruly doesn't. Unruly is putting in Lady Fantastic's hate into my channel.
A lot of people forget that Clay Mann actually drew X-Men for a couple issues. So here we have Rogue. This is from X-Men Legacy issue 33, page 4.
That's awesome.
Just Rogue beating the F out of somebody. I can't ever remember her name.
You know what? It's funny with these modern pages where they don't have any of the freaking words. You know?
I know it. I hate it.
And it's like, oh, I gotta go pull out my iPad or go reference my short box where I have the comic books that I have artwork for, and like try to remember what's going on the page. But yeah, fantastic page, dude.
But Clay Mann's art is so crisp, man. I mean, it's.
I love it. You're pulling out Bacalo and Clay Mann, like all these artists that I don't have a single thing of in my collection. I'd love to have pieces from those artists. I love seeing art. Love seeing art from all these artists that I don't have.
The only thing I don't like about the page is they put their Crime Lab Studios, which is Clay Mann's art rep.
Oh, weird. All right. Is that actually put onto the page?
Yeah, it's like a sticker, and I don't want to I didn't want to peel it off.
Yeah, see, I'm the total opposite, and really, I hate the words not being there. Like, I want, like, that's why I gravitate more towards the Copper Age and older. I know you're going to be spending more money on those, obviously, versus modern, but at least they have the trade dress, the stats for like the, logo, like on splash pages and the credits, you know what I mean, and then the actual lettering talent.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about collecting the people I like. They quit doing it.
That's right. That's right.
Unless I can actually like somehow shell out like $5,000 for a Joe Mad Uncanny X-Men page, because those I've seen them on eBay and they still do have the word balloons on them.
Hey, but look, I got plenty of pages without the words on it also for modern books, just because I like the art so much. I'm going to show a couple of those next in another like quick rapid fire, but and Unruly says, I like the words on older pages, don't get me wrong, but I love the art not being cluttered. Yeah, I mean, that has its advantages also.
It depends on the page.
It definitely does depend on the page. I think, so I'm going to show 3 pages. Yo, Biggie Shack in the house. What's up, bro? So I'm going to show, I'll do a quick 3-for-1 here, okay? Because they're all from the same title or whatever, and I don't think it really warrants me doing more than one turn. And I probably have shown these before in the past, so I don't want to bore people with repeats. But these are 3 pages that were penciled and inked by Robert Gill. They're from the book Old Man Quill, which came out last year, which was one of my favorite books of 2019. Hey, Sharon, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. And so I'll just show you these 3 pages real quick. This is Old Man Quill, number 1. Issue 1, page 12. You got a really cool Quill and Rocket Raccoon kind of confrontation page, and then a front profile. of Rocket Raccoon, and then you got some Drax and Quill action as well, and another solo Quill panel right there. I really like this page, page 12 from issue number 1, and then this is page 19 from issue number 1, a Rocket, kind of like a Rocket action page. He's on the bike there in that top panel, so you got some movement and stuff like that. And then you got some Quill bad guy action here down below as well. So another cool page from issue number 1. I know Unruly has been going after for some Old Man Quill pages. We've been chatting about that on Instagram when they come up for auction. I was really lucky. I won, believe 2 out of the 3 of these pages for under $100 at
Holy
auction.
crap.
Yeah, and then this one, which is from issue 2, this is issue 2, page 7. This one was just slightly above $100, and you can see why. That bottom panel has the full team shot, the full Guardians team there. So that's an epic looking panel right there. But you also got a lot of other stuff going on in this panel. So yeah, Robert Gill, penciler and inker on all these pages. This is page 12 from issue number 1. This is page 19 from issue number 1, and then this is page 7 from issue number 2. So yeah, I really dig those pages. This is an example of a modern series. You got pencil and ink art on all the pages from the artist. No words on the page, you know what I mean? But this is one of my favorite series to read in 2019. So that's what attracted me to going after these when I saw them at auction. And I literally got 2 of these pages for under $100 at auction, and the other one for like $105 or something like that. Like just
and look at that team shot is just worth all of that.
Dude, it's right. I really, really dig that team shot, especially. I had this in a frame, but then I rotated whatever. Like, it's one of those frames where I'm like rotating pieces in and out or whatever. So I took it out for to show it tonight on this. But this will probably go back in one of the frame rotations eventually. I really dig that page. So yeah, there you go. Old Man Quill, Robert Gill. Definitely, and Unruly mentioned it, that he said it was the first time I've seen his stuff. It was the first time I was made aware of him also when I read that book. So happy to have those. All right, man, your turn.
All right, well, we'll change it up from X-Men for a minute.
Okay, nice.
This is by a guy named Ember. I found him on Twitter as well. He's actually a British artist.
Okay.
And he did this sweet, beat up Invincible.
It's Otley like.
Yeah, his style kind of reminds me like Joe Mad or Roger Cruz.
Yeah.
Like if you've seen his other stuff.
I love that, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, just Google Ember. Imber. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I saw some Otley similarities in there as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love Invincible, dude.
Speaking of Otley.
So I just happen to have this on the table. So this is Otley right here. But dude, you got an Otley page? We're gonna do Otley hour now, dude. Yes. Because I brought out a bunch of Otleys. Well, I only have like 3, but
this is from Invincible 135, page 3.
Awesome.
This is one of the last issues he inked and penciled before he had to turn over the inks to what's his name?
A published Otley Invincible page is definitely on my like must-have list. So you got me beat there, dude. That's awesome that you have that. Love that.
And I wanted him in costume, like in action.
Oh yeah.
His pages go so fast on, I believe it's Felix.
Yeah, Felix Comic Art. Felix is his rep. Yeah.
Like, if you're not on the ball when these go on sale, they're gone.
Yeah, he reps a lot of artists that like open commission lists, and then like not more than 2 to 3 minutes later, like the lists are closed or whatever. Like if I don't get
like Daniel Warren Johnson.
Email, it's crazy. If I don't get the email and respond like absolutely immediately right away, those lists fill up and sell out, and all the desirable pages usually get eaten up pretty quickly when they do a drop. But because I got a lot of awesome artists in the modern game right now on that stable. But yeah, dude, great page, man. Fantastic.
Such a great page.
Fantastic. Both great Invincible art right there. So I'll show my Ottlys real quick. I'll do a quick Ottly speed round. So I already sort of teased it, but here's my Ottly Invincible sketch. Banger. Love that one.
I remember you telling how you got that at New York Comic-Con.
Oh yeah, because I got this one.
Yeah.
I got a package deal. So yeah, this is an awesome one. Half Spider-Man, half Peter Parker. But yeah, dude, awesome stuff. All the comments are coming in delayed, so these are like
and just to let you all know, I can't see the comments because I'm on my phone. So he's got to read. He's got to read to me like a little kid.
Yeah, I considered hitting up Felix about the Tradmore list, but
that wasn't going to be cheap.
I was like, you know what, I'm just going to pass. It's financially right now. It's kind of like, do I want to wait for a Tradmore commission, or do I want to get something that I know I want in my PC? Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because I got a bunch of commissions out there that are just like in the weed. Like we could have a whole show about commissions that I don't know when I'm ever going to get.
Yeah, I have 3 of them right now I'm waiting on.
See? Exactly. I got at least 3. But yeah, dude, I like this I'm happy to be Peter, or I'm happy to be putting on the mask, which depending upon which way you look at it. So those are some 2 Ottly sketch covers. But the piece I wanted to show was my published Ottly. It's not Invincible, but it's Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh man, a splash page.
It's a splash page. It's a page 1. So this is I believe this is Amazing Spider-Man issue number 13 from the current Nick Spencer. Ryan Otley is the, he hasn't been the artist throughout on the book, but he's been the main featured artist on the current ASM volume. And he did do the interiors, and he's done a lot of the covers also, but he did do the interior of issue 13, and this is the page 1 splash. And really, J. Jonah and Spider-Man together on a large splash page, that's kind of what, I don't know, that's my personal connection or attachment to this. I love Spider-Man in general, and I love Otley, so this page kind of had a lot of the things that checked the boxes for me.
Like how happy were you when they announced Otley was going to be the main penciler?
I was pretty happy. I was a little bit more concerned about the Nick Spencer end of things, although I didn't mind like some of the stuff that he did that was, quote unquote controversial or whatever.
Secret Empire killed it for me
I loved it, dude. I loved it. I have the whole runs. I have all the tie-ins and whatnot. I ended up selling it on a YouTube auction to Gray Matter Hulk, I think. So he bought my entire Secret Empire run, all like issue 0, Free Comic Day, whole miniseries, all the tie-ins, several of the variants or whatever. So I ended up letting. I
have all the Campbell covers. That's the only thing I kept.
I kept the J. Scott Campbell to issue 8, I think, the variant or whatever. But yeah, it's a great book, dude. But yeah, dude. I mean, this is one of my favorite pieces of my collection, just because it's a Spider-Man splash page from Otley, dude, and you got J. Jonah and Spidey on there. So it's just, for me, that's it doesn't get much better than that. So there you go. That's all my Otley. I got those 3. Back to you, my friend.
I'm going to change it up a little bit and surprise you with some DC.
Oh.
As far as the book side of it, I'm getting out of I'm trying to focus my collection on X-Men because Lord knows there's enough of them out there. But Flash is actually my favorite DC character. So I got on Tony Daniel's website.
Tony Daniel, awesome.
Bought a page from Justice League Suicide Squad. This is from issue 2, page 13, with Flash and Captain Boomerang.
Awesome.
And I really love Tony Daniel. I'm glad he's doing some Marvel
I love Tony
covers
Daniel
now.
too, man. He's I think kind of criminally underrated, especially with,
God,
with
terribly
underrated.
underrated.
The titles he works on and is showcased on as the lead writer, or not lead writer, lead artist. The fact that he has also written
The 10th.
He's just he's super talented and
look at that crowd,
dude. Yeah, that panel is so packed right there. That is a great page. Yeah, Tony Daniel is pretty up there as far as modern guys for me.
Another guy that finishes he inks his own stuff. I mean, you probably can't see it on the camera, but I mean, you can see his whiteout and stuff like that on this page. The detail in Captain Boomerang, and that's in the background.
That's awesome.
Phenomenal, phenomenal artist.
I need to add a Tony Daniel to my collection. I had one. It was a Justice League. It was a Justice League page with Superman on it. But I AOK'd it to D-Ron. Oh, there he is. He's talking about it right now. It only cost him. Well, it's a long story. We're not going to tell it the whole thing here, but I'm glad that D-Ronk has that page because it belongs in his collection on the wall of his office or wherever it ends up being. And I know D-Ronk has been getting more into the art side and will be appearing on this program maybe in like a few weeks. So that'll be good to have him on.
It goes in spurts. There's time, right now, I have 3 commissions. This is the first stuff I've commissioned in months.
Right, dude. It's totally much more of a lower volume, and the timing is much more random when it comes to collecting art versus comic books. It's just a totally different game. He says, Patrick Cooper says, Tony Daniel's on one of those pages that sells out quick. I actually bought 3 pages from Batman 86 from Danny Mickey for that reason. Very cool. Taking Times with Mickey is a hell of an inker. Nice combo. And George is confirming that the Tony Daniel piece I gifted him is hanging up in his office, so that's where it belongs. Thank you, bro. All right, so I'm
Tony Daniel posts a lot of stuff on his own store.
He does post a lot of stuff on his store. I've browsed his store many a time and been like, should I get that? And then I just walk away. So George says he will have 2 more pieces in his collection by the time he's on the show. That's awesome. Dude.
Nice.
JP says the show makes me want to spend money I don't have every time. Sorry, man.
It's true though.
Sorry, man. But hey, you also get to see it for free. So on this program. So I hope people do appreciate that. It's not about showing off. It's about sharing, Yeah. All right. So this is going to be the last. This might be one of the last things I show. And then you'll do a speed round because we got about 7 or 8 minutes left before the hour.
I only have 4 more pieces.
All right.
Man.
So your last round will be 4 pieces, speed round style. I showed the Herb Trimp sketch earlier, but I wanted to show one of my Herb Trimp published I can't talk. Published pieces today
from Hulk 181.
Right, from Hulk 181. No, you got if I had a published Trimp page from Hulk 181, I don't know that I would have a laptop webcam. I think I could afford a slightly higher quality display, but hey, that's neither here nor there. But hey, this is a published page from a great title. Marvel Team Up. This is issue 108. And this page, it's a Spider-Man page. And it was penciled by Herb Trimp. And I believe Esposito, Mike Esposito did the inks on this page. Now, this page could be in better quality, I guess. It's definitely has, been impacted by Father Time as far as the kind of browning of the page or whatever.
But look at those word balloons, though.
Yeah, real words on the page. You got Spider-Man investigatory action on the page. You got Spider-Man with his, whimsical kind of looks with word bubbles. I love that last panel with almost a full face Spider-Man. And then this last panel, you have Spider-Man picking up somebody unconscious, and I call that a Spider-Man Pieta panel. Which TJ can appreciate. But yeah, Marvel Team Up 108, Herb Trimpe, Mike Esposito. Really happy that I have this in the collection. A published Trimpe Hulk page one day would be absolutely incredible. But I'll take Marvel Team Up and Spidey from Trimpe. For now, because
you might have to sell one of your AF-15s, man.
Yeah, well, hey, well, that might happen one day, but I'm gonna, for the time being, I am collecting doubles of certain books, but really, like a lot of my comic book related stuff is going towards Golden Age. As if you guys have been watching my channel, Golden Age and art are kind of like at the top of my collecting. For the past several years. So I don't see that changing anytime soon. So keep following along the journey of what happens. All right, Mike, thank you for being on the program, brother. It's been a blast hanging out with you. Let's do a lightning round here, take you out, and then we'll do a wrap up. Thanks everybody for hanging tight in the chat. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming out.
The show and artwork.
So we're going to do 2 X-Men pages and then 2 sketch covers.
Okay, awesome.
Humberto Ramos, X-Men 202. This is
Humberto.
page 8. A little bit of Cannonball fighting Sunfire.
So I think I've lost about 2, maybe 3 auctions for Humberto pages. Definitely an artist that I am a fan of, that I would love to have a page one day, but just hasn't worked out so far. But that's a cool page, dude. Love Humberto.
Less than $300.
Yeah, man, I believe it. And that's worth it. Worth every penny, man.
Oh, my God. And I love the Age of Apocalypse costume Sunfire. I'm glad they kept it.
Hell yeah. That's a great page.
And then from his Extraordinary X-Men run, this is issue 12, page 18. And it's weird. It's like it's not full-size artboard. It's
got that similar like half ink border as my X-Men Forever page as well. Yeah.
But we got a little bit of Storm.
Ooh.
A little bit of Colossus, Apocalypse, and there's my girl Magic again. Big old Soul Sword.
Oh, nice.
Old Man Logan.
You got Logan.
This was the last thing I bought at New York Comic Con when I was there. Like, I could not leave his damn table. I bet you he probably thought I was a creep or something. I just sat there. I just kept watching him draw.
Yeah, Zach B in the house. What's up, Zach B? He says, man, watching this will make a guy want to do OA and limit the comics. I appreciate that comment, man. I thanks for watching the show and saying something like that. That's sort of been the case for me. Like, I've been kind of calming down with the comics and I've been more into the art recently. But hey, I still love comic books. You're not going to get me away from hunting for comic books. But yeah, I mean, I like seeing a lot of guys out there in the community like starting to get into the art, like getting their first published pages or getting commissions, for the first time, things like that. Like I've actually seen, people, hit me up and say, hey, like I just got this, or I'm getting this work by whatever.
And Archangel, look at the stuff he's picking
up.
Like
he's like a lot of people have some fantastic commissions and artwork that they're getting and published stuff, and people are getting more into the art side, and I think that's pretty encouraging. What's up, Comic Mag Musings is in the house. Biggie Shack is back. What's up, Biggie? All right, let's see your last two in this final lightning round. I'm excited.
All right, so for the past 2 years, Todd Knock has actually been at my LCS right around Christmas, either the week before or the week after, because either him or his wife has family close to here. So not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before, I got him to do a little black cat head sketch.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
dude, those ASM 800s are thick, dude.
Those dude, I'm telling you, I'm telling this case. I mean, you could see it.
Dude, I have look here. So this is an ASM 800, also in a top loader Mylar. And I got this sketch from Scon last year at New York Comic Con. This Carnage. But yeah, I mean this top loader barely can handle.
Out, man.
It does. It's about to explode in here. I'm almost a little afraid of putting it in this because of how big that sketch cover is. It's massive. But anyway, back to you.
And now this is probably, and it's not even X-Men, but it's probably one of my top 3 favorite pieces. But the stuff Todd Knock posts on social media, if it doesn't say commission in the description, it's for sale. So he goes by how you email him. So the first person that emails him gets first crack at it. Well, he posted this specific sketch cover he did, and I emailed him, and it was right around Christmas time, and between, I guess, the end of September, beginning of November, I'm on a buying freeze. I can only buy my monthly pools.
Yeah.
That way my wife can actually find stuff for me for Christmas. So I just kind of emailed him, just thinking, somebody's probably going to get this. And he actually emailed me and said the first person passed on it, and he asked me if I wanted it. So I forwarded
there you go.
I forwarded the email to my wife, and I said, is there any way we can swing this? I said, I really, really want this. And she said, no. Cool, totally understandable. Christmas was I don't know. It was close. It was
holiday season,
3 weeks away or something like that. But what she didn't tell me was she actually bought it.
She did. Nice.
And it's I told him when he visited my LCS last time, because he's doing the Gwen Stacy book. I said, I need a blank from that series with Gwen Stacy sitting facing the other way in the black costume.
Nice. Then put that in a frame, dude. Yeah, that'll look great.
Oh my god. I don't know how well this thing's picking up the details, but
there's a little bit of a glare, but you can see it. You can see the details. It looks, the webbing and everything. It's fantastic.
Oh my god, it's incredible.
Yeah, very nice of your wife, dude. That's awesome.
Oh, I'm telling you. But we usually have a contest on who gets who the best gift, and she's kicked my ass the last 2 years. She got me this year, and last year it was the Sideshow Wolverine statue.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that is very nice. Very nice.
I love it. I do.
Dude, you showed some fantastic artwork today, man. I really appreciate you hopping on with me and sharing.
I appreciate you having me.
You got me thinking about Philip Tan now. You got me thinking about Todd Knock. You got me thinking about what was some of the other guys you showed?
Ugo Smith, Clayman,
Smith,
Bacalo,
Chris Bacalo. Dude, you got me thinking about a lot of these guys. And every time I rewatch these episodes, every time I rewatch these episodes after the fact, I'm always writing these things down.
Oh, me too, man.
Brian last week showed me a bunch of stuff that I want on my list. Now you've shown a bunch of stuff I want on my list. It's like, holy crap, man. Unruly's asking if your wife has a sister.
She does, but you don't want any part of that. She's I got the good one. She's kind of nuts.
JP is fantastic collective art. Mike, thanks so much for
sharing. Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys coming out and checking it out and hanging out with us. And I appreciate Cobby for letting me come hang out with him.
Oh, man, dude, anytime, man. That's a blast. I mean, like I said at the top of the program, Mike just put out his first official YouTube video recently. He unboxed an awesome X-Men Grail book. So go check that out. The link to his channel is in the description below, Mike the Collector. It's also on Instagram. Feel free to go check him out. I'm going to do my
top 50 this weekend. Hopefully, I keep saying it.
Oh,
I keep saying it, but...
Dude, well, if you do drop that, I'm going to definitely watch that. Thank you, Lasso, saying another great show. Unruly, thank you, Sirius. This is another great episode. Take the time, saying very cool stuff, Mike. Thank you for coming on and sharing some of your collection. Later on, Unruly, we'll catch you soon. Gomez in the house, or Gorilla Todd, this is a great show. Gomez is in the house. What's up, bro? We're just wrapping things up here, but feel free to catch your rewind. It is there for your watching pleasure. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. I love doing this show. This is my favorite thing I'm doing on YouTube right now. I don't like playing favorites, but I'll let's be honest with myself. This is my favorite thing that I'm doing right now on YouTube.
Dude, you're the only one doing it.
Thanks,
literally the only person doing it.
I appreciate it, man. You got anything you want to promote specifically besides that top 50 or? Okay, so everybody go sub to Mike the Collector. He needs the subs. All right, go check out his unboxing video.
I need to stop being lazy. That's what I need to do.
Thanks, Man Cave. Thanks, Biggie Shack. Let's get this guy's properties rolling. He just did Original Art Hour. He just shared all his OA, so you gotta give him props for that, for coming on here and doing that, especially being a somewhat newer content creator in this community. I know he's been around a minute in the chats. I definitely know that. He's been in the chats and he's been on IG. So definitely go follow him and support him. As far as me, I got another episode of this show, Original Art Hour, Thursday night, right here, 8 p.m. Eastern, TJ, Slab, Dragon, Watson. I can't wait to have TJ on here and talk OA with TJ and see some of his cool stuff. JP's like, our shows aren't your favorite tier. Come on, bro. Come on. Anyway, no, I don't. I love all the content.
Didn't he sleep on your couch or something like that for Comic-Con?
No, that was Jeffrey, not JP.
Oh.
All right, so people are subbing you up, dude. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. I'll hit you all back. Unless I'm already subbing you, then the hell with it. I'm already subbing you.
TJ definitely brings the heat. It's going to be awesome to have him on Thursday. So look out for that. That's the next episode of Original Art Hour. On Saturday on my channel, 2 p.m. Eastern, next episode of Gotham City Chronicles. We're doing Under the Red Hood. So it's me, JP, Boy Who Had Seven, Matt, and Comic Geek McD, all the way from the UK. So that'll be awesome. We'll be going over Under the Red Hood, which is a great story, great book. Let's see. And then next Tuesday at this time slot, the Tuesday night time slot, 8 p.m., Original Art Hour with Knights of Old. So Knights of Old will be hopping on here. So TJ's on Thursday, Knights of Old next Tuesday. So those are the next few people. We've got probably 5 or 6 other guests lined up beyond that, week after week after week. So the schedule is getting pretty full, but I'm going to keep scheduling episodes. If you are interested in showing your original art collection,
hit him up, man.
Hit me up on IG, and we'll pick a date, and we'll let you come on, and we'll let you share, dude. So thanks again, Mike. Appreciate it, man. Any last words?
Thank you for having me. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
I had a blast, dude. All right, guys. So everybody in the chat, thank you guys so much for your support. Anybody watching this on the rewind, please hit that like button, subscribe. Be on the lookout for my 700 subscriber contest, which I'm going to launch hopefully this upcoming weekend. Shout out to Bueller for his shout out yesterday on his channel, which increased my subs out of nowhere. Yo, what's up, Brian from Simple Man's Comics? Appreciate you. Don't worry about being late. The rewind's always there, and you can catch it that way. But I appreciate everybody, and we'll catch you on Thursday night for Original Art Hour. TJ, Slab, Dragon, Watson. Later, everybody. Peace.
See ya.